Listen, I know, I didn't upload for 7 days, alright? I'm coming back out of nowhere. But I have a good explanation for why I was gone. Your brother was at VidCon. I took a week off, I decompressed, and now I'm back and ready to make more videos. And with me taking a week off, I missed out on a lot of news, to be honest. So today's video is going to be a little recap on everything we missed. We have a bunch of big things that have happened inside of Rec Room. So of course, let's get started onto all of it. To get us started for this recap, let's just dive into the thing I missed first. Custom clothing board update. We had this announcement from Ghosty, a Rec Room developer, saying, hey everybody, the clothing customizer has been updated with even more ways for you to express yourself. You can now make your own designs on hats, hoodies, pants, and shoes. We can't wait to see what incredible styles you create. So as you guys can see now on the clothing customizer, there's now this button, which allows you to switch between a bunch of items that you can actually make. It'll also go ahead and show you what these items are and where they will be at and what they look like on the body as well. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this clothing customizer update, and will you be making any new items like this? And it was also announced that gift cards and store credit payments are back. You can now use your Rec.net store credit at checkout to purchase token bundles or a 1-month non-renewing Rec Room Plus subscription. Longer subscription options are coming soon, and thank you for your patience as we work through the transition to the new payment system. Also, to note, each purchase must be fully covered by your available store credit balance at the time of checkout. And the Dress to Quest winners have been chosen. Congrats to everybody who actually won in this new photo contest, and congrats to all the people that decided to actually try it out and stuff. Even if you didn't win, I gotta admit, it was still pretty cool to see Rec Room do something like this because we haven't had a photo contest in such a long time. Hopefully they keep doing events like this, and you'll love to see it. If you want to see the winning pictures, I will have a link inside the description below. And recently, there were some controversial ROOMIE updates. The oldest ROOMIE update that we've had was this Rec Room announcement, talking about ROOMIE energy? Big Sage Brush, a Rec Room developer, goes on to say, yesterday we made some changes to how players can interact with ROOMIE. Here's what changed. Rec Room Plus members now get 8,000 ROOMIE energy per month, and if you want more energy, you got two options. $5 equals 5,000 ROOMIE energy for Rec Room Plus or ROOMIE Max subscribers, and $20 a month equals 20,000 energy plus ROOMIE access with no Rec Room Plus required. ROOMIE energy works like cell data. Small chats use a little, complex ones use more. And heads up, you can't see your energy level just yet, but they are working on it. They're doing this to help cover the cost of running ROOMIE while considering to build new features. You can read more about this change and see up-to-date ROOMIE FAQ on the creator forum. And essentially, this is ROOMIE energy. If you guys don't know, basically ROOMIE is OpenAI, and AI costs money to operate, similar to Maker AI, for example. So that means with this new AI feature inside of Rec Room, it being ROOMIE, it costs money for Rec Room to actually have it inside the game and stuff. So in order to cover cost of keeping ROOMIE, the AI inside of Rec Room, they are introducing ROOMIE energy, where it's essentially you pay for however much you use ROOMIE. If you have Rec Room Plus, you basically can use ROOMIE, you have a free 8,000 ROOMIE energy, and you have access to him. But if you do decide to buy the pass for ROOMIE, which is about $20 a month, then you don't need Rec Room Plus for ROOMIE, and you get 20,000 energy for ROOMIE. And, you know, just kind of looking at the like to dislike ratio here, it seems like people are not fans of this change at all. Honestly, when I first saw this at VidCon and this update was happening, I couldn't believe it at first because it just didn't feel real to me, but it does make sense since, you know, you gotta pay for AI. They had this developer blog going over it, and we basically know everything inside this developer blog except for what's next for ROOMIE. Rec Room's goal is to make ROOMIE fun and sustainable, and they're getting a great signal that ROOMIE is fun. ROOMIE also has a cost to run, so making ROOMIE sustainable means that we need to be able to cover the real cost of running it, especially as usage grows fast. So I've seen all the hype around ROOMIE, and we have a lot more we're excited to include in future updates. More customization, text chat support, and new tweaks to animations and movements are all coming very soon. Keep sharing your feedback, ideas, and ROOMIE photos and videos in the ROOMIE channel on the Discord, and the team loves to see it. They also had this FAQ. If you guys need to, feel free to pause and read. But for some lighter news, ROOMIE can now wear hats inside of Rec Room. If you decide to open up ROOMIE's little UI, you'll now see this Dress Your ROOMIE UI inside of the UI. How many times did I just say UI right now? Anyways, you guys can see that it says Dress Your ROOMIE. ROOMIE says the sun's coming out and I could use a hat. As you guys can see here, we have ROOMIE's ball cap, and it's a Rec Room Plus exclusive item meant for ROOMIE. You can pay 1,500 or 1,300 if you have Rec Room Plus tokens for it, and it's just a tiny hat made just for Roomie. You can ask him to actually change the color of this hat or rotate it anywhere on his actual body, either having it backwards or on different parts of his head. There were also a few updates with Roomie that weren't really noted real quick, but I actually do know what changed, so I'm just going to tell you guys real quick. He's going to have better messaging for usage limits, exact energy amounts coming in the near future. There's also going to be a room chat with Roomie. There will be a customizable secondary color, which will be the Thruster FX/emission. Roomie will also have audio updates to account for player complaints that Roomie is too quiet, and Roomie can stay or follow based on user commands. Also, there will be a bunch of new polished with FX animations and locomotion tweaks. And unfortunately, that's all the Roomie updates that we currently have. They're still upgrading him, and I mean, items are now available now, but Roomie now comes at a cost, so it's whatever. I'm not a big fan of that, and I probably won't be using Roomie any more than my Rec Room Plus will allow me to, because I'm not paying $20 a month for Roomie. In brighter news, in this week only, Rec Room Plus members will earn a 6 times activity reward tokens in Rec Room Originals. If you play games, you'll earn big from 24th all the way to July 1st. But if you're not a Rec Room Plus member, now is the perfect time to upgrade. There's also a few updates to Room Rewards as well. They had a dashboard update, and as they mentioned in their June update, they will no longer be counting junior visits toward Room Rewards. Junior visits will be broken out in the dashboard on rec.net through a separate checkbox on your visits chart, and should give you more visibility into how your room is performing under the table. Also, rooms that haven't been updated in over 90 days are no longer eligible for rewards, and monetizing your room not only earns you commerce rewards, but also helps you reach the engagement requirement. Recently, they saw a room add monetization to reach the engagement requirement, and they made almost 500,000 tokens that month. And there are a few creator announcements about messages chips. Similar to events, you can send messages around a room or between objects. What are messages? Similar to events, messages are just a way to send messages around the room or between objects. However, messages are a lot more flexible and efficient, and hopefully easier to use. I'll unpack the various differences inside this post. And they also have ship notes for this recent update. They say TLDR, Pathfinders will navigate based on the component inside the container inside of its root pivot, and there's now an icon to denote when your gift boxes are waiting for you. And My Little Monster Holatars now appear on Now, I have no idea why Sean would post ship notes inside the creator announcements, but it does segue really well into the next part of our news video, which is the Rec Room update. Rec Room recently had an update called the National Hydration Day. They had this TLDR, which we just read, and for rooms 2, the newly placed Pathfinders will now navigate based on the Pathfinder component inside the container instead of its root pivot. A legacy position setting has been added to preserve the old behavior. Backpack tools will now be highlighted when hovered over in rooms 2 rooms, and fixed an issue that made containers invisible. For general improvements and bug fixes, they added an icon to denote whenever you have gift boxes waiting. They took a magnifying glass to an issue where the font could be tiny on mobile MakerPen menus. They also fixed some issues with the MakerPen when using a gamepad, improved PC boot times, they stepped on potential sources for memory leaks, which help prevent out-of-memory crashes. Delete means delete. We've uncrossed our wires on a bug that could prevent objects from being deleted when using multiple object properties. They added confirmation dialogues to circuit messages senders and receivers to warn you about changing a message, which would disconnect wires and alter default perimeter values. And Holatars and My Little Monsters should now appear on quests. For experiments, as part of an ongoing experiment, some players may now see a new player card instead of the full profile page when selecting another player's avatar. And if you have this experience, be sure to send me a picture on Discord or let me know how it looks inside the comments below. We also received a little referee update from a Rec Room developer, basically talking about how whenever they actually patched hacked backpacks inside of Rec Room, they noticed that a lot less hackers were actually spawning them. This helps reduce lag and hopefully makes the game experience just a little better, but you can kind of see referee at work here. And Cookie confirms about the fast grab bug, which happens with bows, laser weapons, dodgeballs, etc., saying that it was not intentional, that they got a dev working on a actual fix. So that's interesting to note. And we now finally have our 9th birthday cap for Rec Room's 9th birthday. We didn't make an event this year or really do anything too crazy, and we didn't receive an actual free item when it was actually their 9th birthday, but it seems like Rec Room had finally stepped up and gave us a new birthday cap for free. If you want to get this birthday cap, all you gotta do is join the rec center inside of game, and of course, you'll get the box just for it. And done. This is beautiful, Roomie. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think we'll become like Picasso one day? I sure do hope so. Oh my god, I did not notice you guys were there behind me. Well, you guys can kind of see I was just designing some, new shoes and stuff like that, doing what I do best. And of course, if we both look, it's a skull video. And when it's a skull video, you know we never skip out on memberships. Give me money every month through my memberships if you want sneak peeks to videos and shoutouts in every single video I decide to make every single time I upload. Anyways though, massive shout out to names enlisted: Word, Misha, Astro Boy, Radio Miku, Shredda Says, Leafy, Grape, Yoda, Fiery, Ice, Recroom Rover, FNAF Lover, Assassin VR, Combative YT, TK Cop, Fuse Red, Hayrate VR, Severity Blur, Eric OVR, FMR Games, Sup, Big Slug, Iron Guy, Onbog, Kiwi, Mr. RFY, FireGod82, Captain Candy, Gray, Default, G Milkman, Not the Pup, Kobe Fan 76, Toms, Cam, Nico, Nolan, The Dragon Boy, Garlic Red, It's Freddy RR, Dozer, BB Burning Owl, Raphael, Netflix69, and of course, Box David. Thank you guys for supporting for so long, and of course, let's end off this video. And at the moment, that's this entire recap. A whole lot of Rec Room news, and honestly, it's insane. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below, and of course, I will catch you guys inside the next video. Me and ROOMIE will see you guys later. Like and subscribe, and of course, peace out.